I'm Executive Director Kevin Robertson, and this is the KDA Video Minute. Well, it's been a while since we've done a KDA Video Minute, so there have been some things going on at the KDA that we want to make sure that we touch base with you all about. But first of all, we want to make sure that we mention that later this week is the KDA annual meeting that starts on Thursday, June 23rd. Really kicks off at 5 o'clock with a welcome social in the exhibit hall at the Overland Park Marriott Hotel. So we hope you have already signed up and registered to attend. If you'd like to attend, you can come and sign up on site, or certainly you can call the KDA office and we'll make sure that you're registered so when you show up you're ready to go. We'll have a board meeting at 1:30 on Thursday, June 23rd, and then on Saturday the 25th is when we'll have our General Assembly meeting. We have some very important bylaws amendments we're going to be looking at, changing some authority for the Executive Committee, allowing electronic voting, and then also doing an assessment for our dues year for 2012. So all those are very important issues, and we hope that you can attend and lend your input into those particular issues that we'll be deciding. Well, with our annual meeting coming up, of course, we're very excited about the array of speakers and CE opportunities that we have, but we really need to take time to really recognize those people that allow us to have this meeting. That's really our vendors and our sponsors. And let me take a minute to recognize those sponsors today. We have Allstate and McGinnis Group as a sponsor, the Bank of Kansas, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas, the Danter Dental Lab, Delta Dental of Kansas, Getsy Dental, Procter & Gamble, and Cincinnati Insurance, the Johnson Fisk Insurance Agency. So those are the people that have really made it possible with their sponsorship dollars. And they have 26 exhibitors that will be on hand. So we hope that you will attend and support them as they have supported you. In just about 2 weeks, on July 1st, 2011, there will be some changes to the Kansas Dental Practice Act. As you know from our video minutes during the legislative session, there was some discussion of franchise dentistry. That bill ultimately did pass, was signed by the governor in a package of health care bills. And what it does is it does put in place some guidelines and restrictions on franchise dental operations. What it does for the first time in our state is it says that a franchise dental operation must be a dentist-owned practice, and then that franchise can really just provide administrative type support to that dental office. For example, things like patient decisions, patient treatment decisions, staffing decisions, charts, records, and things like that would all be controlled by that dentist-owned practice and not by the franchisor. So that is a little bit different than what we've had in our statute before. That's something that the Kansas Dental Association fought very hard for in that bill, to make sure that the integrity of dental practices and dental treatment for our patients would be adhered to and upheld with the new law. That bill also will allow hospitals in counties of less than 50,000 population to employ a dentist. Right now, a hospital could employ a dentist if they have like a spin-off community health center or FQHC. You'll see that in some places where they have that not-for-profit wing that qualifies for them to employ a dentist. But now actually the hospital themselves in those smaller communities would be able to employ a dentist. So look for that as well. And we don't know of any particular communities that might take that up right away, but that is certainly a possibility, and it is allowed by the law as of July 1. Of course, you know that the Lieutenant Governor is involved in a revision and a study group with regard to Medicaid across the state. Some of those meetings have been recently announced, and the KDA will be participating in those, trying to get our issues and interests expressed to the members of that particular committee to see if we can make some changes with Medicaid. That's an ongoing task, an ongoing issue, but we're continuing to be involved in that, and for both the patients and our members. Let me wrap up with just talking about the office. Many of you probably have heard that there was a fire at the KDA office. That was just a little over 2 weeks ago. We had a fire up in the ceiling of actually Greg's office, and it was contained with the damage in his office, but of course the smoke damage really has caused more of the problem as we've been trying to clean and get the smell out and things like that. We've had a lot of great companies here in Topeka locally work for us as we've been replacing insulation and sheetrocking Greg's office and just basically redoing all of that. So that's ongoing. It looks like maybe within the next 2 weeks or so we'll have that done, but things at the KDA are fully operational. I do want to take a minute to thank Johnson Fiss Insurance Company and the Cincinnati, who, as we endorse for the KDA, is also the insurance product that the Kansas Dental Association headquarters uses. They were right on the ball, getting the adjuster out here and taking a look at things, approving the different aspects of the operation and what we could do and fix and how that would go about that. You know, we all have insurance on different things in our lives or our business practice or whatever it might be, but you really don't know how good it is till you have to use it. And I can tell you that the Cincinnati and Johnson Fiss has really has gone out of its way to do a great job for us, and we would encourage anyone to use those endorsed products. Also, I want to take a minute to say that we did endorse 2 new products. The Board of Delegates did that back in April, but we've been trying to fine-tune those contractual agreements. One of those is R&D Services for an amalgam separator. They're out of Seattle, and you can get that information on our website, as well as a new credit card processing company all about merchants. The person that's really involved in that will be our new sales rep is Richard Fullerton. Richard has been involved in the KDA in the past. We have a much better product with much better pricing than our past endorsement, so we're looking forward to that transition. So if Richard were to call you with all about merchants, please give him your attention and your time, and at least allow him to quote your credit card processing in your office. I know, again, here at the KDA, he's made a big difference with that product and what the reduction in those fees have been for us. So with that, I will look forward to seeing you on Thursday at the KDA annual meeting at the Overland Park Marriott. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you then. Thanks.